Hey ladies, this is Dr. Venus, your Black Woman Billionaire's mentor. I just finished working out with my personal trainer, and my wife and our executive assistant and my personal trainer just had this conversation that I wanted to talk to you about, specifically about the whole incident that happened with the two young Black men in Philadelphia at the Starbucks. So I want to make sure you know this, because I don't want to get lost in the whole in the media flow. So let me help. I want y'all to know this. Hey babies, how you doing? Because if you don't know this, you'll miss it. Okay, you'll miss it. And it's a history thing. And I want to talk to you about it so you can start understanding why it's so important for you to have your own money. Okay. Hey ladies, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dr. Venus, your Black Woman Millionaire's mentor. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Hey Grandma, glad you're here. Lisa, can you bring me a sweater, please? Lisa, can you bring me a sweater? My wife can't hear me. Thank you. So hi, Telly. I'm glad you're here. Hey, everybody's coming out. Maybe I should just wait, because once I start, I'm gonna roll right in. All right, because I need y'all to understand the history of this. Good morning, Duana. Glad you're here. For those who are new to me, I'm Dr. Venus, your Black Woman Millionaire's mentor. Hi, Dominique. Hey, Jackie. Let me tell you a bit about me before I jump into this history lesson. By the time I was 16 years old, I was living on the streets of Baltimore, eating out of trash cans and sleeping in urine and beer. Okay, it was my 9th grade math teacher, a Black woman, holla and preach, who literally saved my life. It's because of her love that I eventually graduated from Stanford University with a second master's and a PhD. I have 4 degrees. Good morning, Cheryl. Took all the survival that kept me alive on the streets, turned it into a system that fast-tracked us to the $1 million mark. In just under 3 years, our company, Defying Possible, has grossed well over $4 million in the last 5 years, using this from our proven systems, programs, and strategies. Okay. Hey, Lisa, my wife's here. Okay, and have a real sweet spot for Black women, high-achieving, purpose-driven, spirit-led, who have walked through life's fire and bear the scars. I teach them primarily how to break the first $1 million on their own terms. Okay, I'm happy, glad you're here. And we have a diverse roster, women all over the world, people from all over the world, men, women, Black, white, trans, queer, straight. We hold nothing against you if you're straight. You're welcomed here as well. Okay, so you're welcomed here as a space of love and inclusion, and I'm about to go there. So y'all need to get ready. I got me some water. I'll be as brief as I can, but I need to make sure you understand this, okay? Oh, and please share this broadcast. Thank you, Jewel. Please share this broadcast. I need y'all to understand some things about money and race. I need you to get it in now so that you really get it, you really start to understand how important you are, okay? So please send me some hearts, send me some love. If I say something to resonate, type in the word holla, H-O-L-L-A. If I say something that pierces, type in the word preach. If I say something like, oh my God, this chick is reading my mail, she's all up in my business, type in holla and preach. And let me know what I said so that it could be a dialogue, not a monologue, all right? And I would love to hear back from you. So please go ahead and push this out. And I'll be reading some comments as I go through, all right? But I want to have a committed conversation with you, okay? And I should say this before I go in. Chicago's tour stop, we've already sold over 100 tickets. Please get your ticket so I don't have to think about it. theblackwomanmillionaire.com/tour. Someone put that in so people can find it so I can just focus, okay? But I want to talk to you for a minute. And I want to take you back a couple of rotations, all right? And I want you to think through this with me, because I need you to understand why you're so important, all right? Why having your own money is so critical. Okay, so just last week, 2 brothers were arrested at Starbucks in Philadelphia. It's all over the news, all right? You've heard it. If you haven't heard it, go look it up. There's commentaries, all kinds of things, okay? And this is what I need you to understand, all right? So there's this TV show called The United Shades of America, okay? And thank you very much. I appreciate it. And so check up on it, all right? And the brother who is the host, he's won an Emmy for it, and he really does deal with race. I mean, he's a comedian. I think it's Kamub. I want to make sure. I'm going to say his name wrong. It's Kamau Kamubel. So forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong, brother. I apologize. But he was just talking with Don Lemon on CNN about this, and he was saying it's not a Starbucks thing; it's a American thing. And I'm in complete alignment. But what I want you to check up on it so you can see his work. He's going to be premiering. He's going to be doing his thing on the 29th of April. This is what I need y'all to understand. Okay. Hi, Nat. I'm glad you're here. I'm just trying to see how to enter. So I want to talk to you about whiteness, money, and the black body, specifically black male body, but it could be the black body, all right? So you know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. The way that America is designed around social positioning. You will hear me say this in all of my teachings. I'm never going to change that, all right? And one of the things you need to understand is that the white male body is not questioned, which is why we have 45. He can do things, and when he's questioned, it's crazy for him, right? But this is what I need to understand. When a white woman calls the police and says that a black man or black men are being disruptive or won't leave or haven't bought anything, and they say it in this kind of exasperated way, you can listen to the transcript and hear it. Just listen to how it went down. What gets evoked, this, and I need you to walk this out. What gets evoked in the white imagination is some kind of danger. Do you understand? And if you take it back, if you walk it back, if you think about the history of lynching in this country, white women would say black men raped them, which would justify the lynching of black men. Okay? Now, a lot of those claims were false. Okay? And you know this, and I'm not going to go all the way up in that, but I want you to understand this, that when a white woman says that a black man is somehow or another being inappropriate or not following the rules, what gets evoked is a whole history of his body swinging from a fucking tree. Now, I should tell y'all, I love God, I love my wife, I curse, I cry, I pray, sometimes in the same breath. I'm a little hot right now, and I'm okay with that. If you're easily offended, you should leave me, because I'm about to say some shit. Okay, and I have been working on my cursing, so y'all all my Christian folks, forgive me for what I'm about to say. And you can pray for me, but I'm kind of fucking done. All right, so this is the thing I need y'all to help me understand. Now, I am not tripping off of the police. And I want you to know they screwed the pooch too. They didn't ask clarifying questions because a white woman called in. That's right. That gives them to right in terms of their white masculinity. And there was a black brother there. I'm clear about that. I saw all that. I'm talking about something deeper. I'm talking about something so in the DNA of what it means to be America that we don't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? We act like it'll die down, and then Starbucks is cool because they donate money to other countries, or their social values help different kinds of cultures. I want you to be clear. I'm not saying no to that. Please hear me when I say I'm not villainizing Starbucks. I ain't even fucking with the police today. That is not my concern. This is what I need you to start dealing with, okay? Because of the social position of the black body. Do you understand? The black body historically is a social non-being, meaning we have no motherfucking rights. Do you understand? In theory, we may think we do. Do you understand? But when a white woman says a black man may be doing something bad, what gets evoked is the justification. for the lynching, the justification for the shooting, the reach it in your pocket for a cell phone equals shoot. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the thing that when I was listening to Camus, I hope I'm going to mess up his name. I'm going to say Mr. Bell because I can't say his name right. When he was talking about that this is not a Starbucks problem, this is an American problem that white people need to take on, I agree with him, but I think there's another piece. Watch this. Do y'all remember when Dr. King got dead? Now, if you look at Dr. King's walk, just check it out. You do not have to take my word for it. Just go check it out. When Dr. King was marching for equality for black people, yes, there were the dogs. Yes, there were the water hoses. Yes, they were throwing in jail. Hell, he got stabbed by one of his own. I get it. I'm not tripping off of that. But notice that when he started to talk about labor unions having black people and poor white people join together to stand and boycott for fair pay, he got dead. The white body has currency. Do you understand? The black body is disposable. Now, y'all should go ahead and share this, just real. So you need to understand that what we're contending with is not a Starbucks thing, and to me it's a Starbucks lynching because it's not just Starbucks. We can talk about the police, we can talk about Kaepernick. We can talk about any time a black male body looks as if it has some kind of authority, some kind of power. What ends up happening is we get smushed, okay? And what's even more immediately annoying is that the two brothers who got locked up now have a record. They're now in the system. So it's like this systematic way to keep black men in bondage, which is, as far as I'm concerned, is a social fucking lynching. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you can lynch somebody without hanging them for a tree. If you mess up their credit, if you mess up the fact they cannot vote, if you take away the right to be what they can, all that means you're a social non-being. That's what the fuck that means. All right, so what you need to start dealing with, black woman, and the brothers who love us and our allies, is this. You are dealing with a historical wound that has not been healed for white people. That's some shit. Because if this little white Jesus chick was so scared that because they didn't buy a fucking cup of coffee quick enough, that means you can call the cops and they will back her? That's no different than them backing the women who lied about black men raping them, and then the white KKK can come and burn down their house, rape their daughters, and lynch the fathers. It's the same shit to me. It's the same thing. And the moment a black man rises up to actually walk in his authority, even if the authority equals I'm not leaving Starbucks, it's grounds to evoke that whole history of the right to put us in bondage. Now, I'm willing to be wrong. It's K-mu as in long, ka-ma-u. Help me out. Do it phonetically. Let me get it together. My point is this. If you look at how to get your power, black woman, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. And if you are a person of color or a black man or an ally, I'm gonna tell you what to do. If you actually have some commitment to any kind of change, and it's not, you don't have to take my word for it. Look at history. You don't have to believe me. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to go check it out yourself. If you think about the bus boycott, I think it was 1968. I cannot remember. I believe it started I believe it was sometime in April. I cannot remember right now. When Rosa Parks sat down on the bus. Okay, if you just go back historically, this is why it's a history lesson. Go back. And if you think about how many black people refused to ride the bus for months, okay? Those laws changed, I believe, in September of that same year because the transit system lost money. It wasn't a moral conversation, ladies. America is a capitalistic society. If you want to move anything, you communicate with your dollars. I love my sisters and brothers and allies who march. I'm more interested in your money. I would like for you to imagine for one moment, what would it take? What would it look like if every person who actually got this black, white, straight, gay, I'm not attached, if every person who understood the power of your dollar and stopped buying Starbucks for a month, just a month. I'm not talking, wait. I'm just saying, hell, try it for a week. If you think about it, that's a different kind of power than marching. I'm not saying one or the other. I want you to understand how America works, which is why I'm so adamant about you having your own money. You understand? Because your money has power in a capitalistic society. Your word as a black female body or black male body is not credible in white society or in terms of what they value. And if you keep thinking they give a fuck, you will keep trying to make them be moral. This is not a moral conversation. This is a money conversation. Do you understand? You have to understand that if you want to change some shit, stop buying shit. How about that? How about it? There's this brother, the brother Derek, the young man from the Parkland shootings, the woman who trolled him. Oh God, I'm too hot to remember people's names, God. The woman who was on the news who said something about him not getting to college, was joking him about not getting to college. I can't think of her name right now. He sent one tweet to all of her sponsors and said, either if you are affiliated with her, do you want to be affiliated with somebody who's going to troll a high school person who just had this traumatic experience? She lost 22 sponsors. That's power. Do you understand? And I want you to understand that until we as a people and our allies understand that the way you want to move something is through your money. Your money moves things. And if you want to really have change, if you think about Kaepernick, stop going to football games. Don't look at the ads. Turn it off. Just turn it off. Give it a shot. See what happens. I would dare you to go to, if you lived in whatever city and you actually as a group took it on, to see how powerful you really are. You have to understand that your money can communicate things that white people actually hear. Amy says, hey, Dr. Venus, I was at the Memphis tour and I love your message. I will be going live at noon today, which is an hour from now, discussing a lot of what you're talking about now. How about that? Can you please come on live video and give a few words of wisdom to our black brothers and sisters? Amy, yes, just send me send me something. Send me a private message so I'll know, because I can't think right now because I'm hot. Thank you. It's more like 60. Thank you, somebody, for fixing it, because I know I screwed it. Was it 62 for the bus boycott? I can't remember. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. I don't want you to. Please don't, for the love of God. I'm too hot right now. Go look it up. And the thing is, I want you to understand that I don't want you to fight Starbucks. I don't care. I don't really care about Starbucks. They're not doing anything different than what white people have been doing for generations. I don't care about them. I care about you. And I want you to have your power back. And I don't know if you understand that you can do this, but you can't do it without accessing your money. You have to leverage your buying power. According to Nielsen, the African American spending power by 2021 will be $1.4 trillion, of which African Americans control 60% of that. What if you actually just took that on for real? If you really want to effect change, if you really want Kaepernick's stand, his sacrifice really to make a difference, then look at where you put your dollars. Let your church say, you know what? we're not going to buy Starbucks. We're not doing it because they didn't fire the chick. They just moved that chick somewhere. And I'm still hot about that. They moved her. They didn't fire her. They moved her. And the thing is, I'm not tripping on the police. I know that they did. I'm clear that a white woman, a damsel in fucking distress, called. And they're like, oh, help. Oh, wait, man, you saved me. You know, I'm already there, right? So I'm not even tripping off that. They can do what they do. My job is you. That's all I got. I can't do nothing with them, but I can teach you how to fight. Dr. King did it best. It was anything that moved was because of money, ladies. Don't trip. Laws change because of money. That's the reason why jerry-rigging is so important. It's like, if you don't have enough people who can say something because they don't have the right, then you don't get the shot to be able to have your own voice because you have your own fucking paper. You have to have your own money. So when people show their ass, you can actually decide whether or not you want to support it or not. That is the power of your dollar, Black woman. And if you don't start to really deal with that, your money is your power, not if you don't get that, then you're going to always be a slave. Always. You cannot move anything if your only recourse is marching. If your only recourse is marching and bringing light to injustice, what does it take to turn it? I say what it takes to turn it is to actually stop putting your money in places that do not honor you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to stop there. Otherwise, I'm going to get too hot. And if I get too hot, that's not going to make any difference. Cheryl says, money is power, and making them lose it speaks more than our words can ever say. But that's what history has shown us, ladies. That's just the truth of it. And you act like, working with somebody else. This is your money is where your voice can't actually be heard. Do not spend your money at places where people don't honor you. Let me see. Okay, Sherry says, ask me about Ramsey Taylor and West Justice. I know the story on a personal level. I got you, boo. I think we all do. I was at Chipotle's not too long ago. And okay, hold on. Nicole says, please stop buying Starbucks, guys. We are so powerful. There is so much other coffee out there that is much more delicious. Well, I believe you, Nicole. Amy says, I don't like, it's not, so do whatever I'm down for whatever, but this is what I want you to understand. You have to, I'm going to encourage you to understand that it's a historical wound, that the way Dr. King did it, that worked, was we say boycott, but what we don't realize is that they stopped spending money. And no one talks to us about that. They talk to us about the dream and the vision and character, but they're not talking in dollars and cents. Go look at his tapes. Go look at his tapes. Listen to what he's saying, y'all. The thing is, you won't even understand that this is a historical thing. It's not a Starbucks thing. Starbucks, boycott them, please. I don't care. What I'm more interested in is you understanding the power of your dollar, and that this is a historical wound, and the way that you combat it is by virtue of you organizing the people around you to not put money to where people treat you like crap. And if you don't do that, then you give up your right to actually be heard, because they only hear money. They don't hear logic and reason. Don't you know that yet? Have you tried? All they're going to do is try to do reverse racism and say, oh, well, you're being a racist. They're going to do this wordplay. And they've already done it. We're pulling the race card. No, God help me. We're not pulling the race card. We're telling truth. And you're telling truth that people have no ears to hear. This, in my opinion, look, we need everybody. Y'all can talk to white people all you want to try to help them understand. I'm going to get fucking rich. And I'm going to make sure my money is used to support the people that support me. I'm not saying that you can't do business with other people. I'm saying Black dollar makes sense. And if you're not willing to be mindful of where you spend your money, then you're actually paying them to treat you like shit. You're paying them to lynch you. You are paying the police to shoot a Black man, because you won't be responsible for where you spend your money. And I mean that with every ounce of blood in my body. And I'm not saying it like a moral thing. I'm saying it really as a capitalistic strategy. This is what moves things in America. Money. You have to have your own, and you have to be mindful of where you put it. I'm not hating on anybody. I don't have an interest in that. What I have an interest in is your freedom. And if you don't understand the historiography of how whiteness plays out with money in terms of the Black body, then you will always be a slave. You will be a slave to their agendas, their wounds, their pettiness. You'll be a slave to it. So you have to get oriented to have your own. Okay, God, I'm out. I'm gonna stop. So it says, we are willing to do without to make this point real. That's a personal call. But I'm telling you, until you start getting real about it, we're going to be in a caste system that's 8 generations deep, because you're not waking up to your money is where the power is. Being mad don't make no difference. You know what I'm saying? Patricia says has to be in a group, individual. Well, the thing is, Patricia, y'all have a church. You have a sorority. I mean, this is not hard. Y'all just stop doing it. It's uncomfortable. Could you imagine what our ancestors had to do to walk all those miles because they didn't take a bus? And of course, look at what Kaepernick's going through. But he's been getting contracts, you know, these interviews, but they have a clause in it that says that he cannot kneel and he won't sign it because it goes against what he's standing for, because he understands the long game. Just like Dr. King understood the long game. The long game is literally equality and freedom, but you can't have that if you're broke. You can't have that if you don't understand that you're paying the people with your money. You're paying Starbucks to call police on Black men who haven't done anything different than anybody else who normally goes to a coffee shop and waits. You're paying them to shoot him. You're paying them. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand you. You don't understand your power. You think just getting a cup of coffee is sufficient? Well, that money gives them the right, because they'll think, oh, this is just a moment. It'll boil down and it'll go on, and you'll go back to Starbucks for your latte. They're banking on it. They're banking on it. Watch. They're like, oh, they won't let it calm down. They're banking on it. That's what white people do. They wait on us. They wait on us to have, the forgetfulness of time, and we do. And if you don't start really understanding that it's not about your feelings or morality, it's about your money, then they're going to always have the upper hand. And all it takes is you being willing to stand. Stand for yourself through your money, boo. Stand for your people through your money. That's all I'm saying. I'm mad right now. And I'm probably more hurt than mad, but it feels mad. But I'm probably hurt because I understand what this means. My prayers that you do. My prayers that you do. So let me read. Let me just check up on it. Cheryl says, preaching truth, Dr. Venus. P.S. I'm putting my money into purchasing your book. I love my sisters. Okay, let me see if I can find some more of these. So I'll just see how to do it. So Denise says, Black Bucks Coffee is building our own economic base. How about that? Nicole says, you are amazing. Thank you. I can't wait to meet you in June. Okay, great. Laura says, Jesus understands our struggle. That's real. Dr. Aveva says, good morning. Okay, pulling a history card. Tell them okay, I'm just looking. Rashida says, oh, wow. Rashida says 47 Black-owned coffee and tea businesses that are alternative Starbucks. Love you. Ladies, there's no reason not. It just depends on what you're committed to. I will say this. A lot of times we don't think our money matters, but when you collectively add it up, it's bigger than theirs. In a lot of ways, to be fair, let me be responsible. We have more power in our dollar than we think. Trina says you're paying them to lynch you, but look at who buys the bullets. Y'all see, we're the biggest consumers in North America, y'all. Y'all need to. We spend more money as a group than most other Americans, and y'all don't seem to understand that. You think that you're not, just because you're only counting your coin, you're not counting our coin. And that's the thing that Dr. King understood. That whole generation understood. Okay, don't get on the bus. Don't give them your coin. Carpool, walk, do something. That's power. Jennifer says, when Dr. King made it plain that we needed economic equality, it came out against them. That's when they killed him. I'm with you. Urbina says, this is the year we need to own. Oprah said it best. That's real. Beatrice says, I talk about it every Sunday on my show. I participate in the stock market. When you start reading their financial documents, my overstanding realized their power. When their privileged turns come, where our bondages. I don't know how to understand that, B. Yes, okay, so Lisa Lewis says, please help this video go viral. I love you, Lisa Lewis. Jules says, Patricia is correct. It's a history card, not a race card. Real talk. And y'all want to say, if someone says you're pulling the race card, says, no, I'm pulling the history card. Let's talk about history. Let's just look at this, okay? So that you don't have to back down. Please do another video after you calm down and organize your thoughts. I don't know if I will, Farrah. I may not, because I actually don't. What's more important to me is for y'all to get the message. And I want you to go and look it up yourself, okay? Sherry says, I get it. My money is my power. It's the voice that can be socially heard. That is what I'm saying. Sherry said it best. I get it. My money is my power. It's the voice that can be socially heard. Beautifully stated. Farrah, I think she said it better than I, okay? You can have freedom if you're broke. And that's one of the reasons why you have to be your own boss, ladies. That's the reason why entrepreneurship is the key out of hell, okay? Urbina says, this is the time we need to rise up more Black-owned. Honey, baby, what you need to do is become a millionaire. You need to learn how to make your own money and then choose where you put it, okay? Thank you for being outraged. Thank you, Nat. I love you for it. Fatima says, I did a sit-in Starbucks the next day and plenty of Black folks were at the register and in their driveway making purchases. But that's my point. Look, not everybody's going to hear this word and not everyone's going to take to it, but the ones who do, it's a tipping point, okay? We're too forgiving. No, I got this going on with that. I'm trying to see. Treasure says, yes, preach. We're paying them to treat us like shit. I'm getting my money smart, starting with myself, then consulting others. Got to hit them where it hurts. Marcella says, how many Starbucks are in the hood? Barely any. Point taken. Teresa says, if we don't stand, we fall for anything. That's fair. Jennifer says, yep, it is their agenda. The money system is designed not to include us. That is so real. The long game should have been new Black-owned bus companies, taxis after bus boycotts. They didn't they did something differently when you got back on the bus. Or they didn't treat you differently when you got back on the bus. They didn't. We should have never gone back on the bus because the law has changed. I try to buy from Black businesses as much as I can. Well, here's the thing. It's a long game. What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is your money. Having your own money is where your voice has power. Screaming at a screen is not going to make any difference. Okay, Sherry says the thing, if we boycott anything, you got to go back to those same stores because we don't own shit. Okay, if you boycott the gas station, you're going to run out of gas because we don't own oil drilling companies. If we stop buying Fords, Chevrolets, etc., you're going to walk because we don't own shit. Real talk. That's real talk. I think that's fair. And where do we start? Okay, Jackie says, please catch the replay. Yvonne says, I never go to Starbucks anyway. Okay, she makes her own coffee. Can't wait to see you in Los Angeles. I can't wait to see you too. Donita says, we spend more money as a group outside of our communities. We do. Okay, Donita says, your thoughts are well organized, clear and well, thank you, Donita. I love you for that. Thank you, Ashe, my sister. Love you for that. I'm trying to see, okay. I'm not buying ever. Okay, Cheryl says, truly conscious choose when you put your money. Phoenix says, this is bigger than Starbucks. This disrespect happens across industries, across all ethnicities. She's so right. The Asia-owned beauty suppliers do not respect us either and can be nasty and rude. It's not just, I want you to go beyond respect. I want you to go beyond, thank you for tuning in. My request is that you go beyond respect. The respect is fine. What I'm more interested in is you actually having power. As a Black body, you are a social non-being. There's a book called Slavery and Social Death by Orlando Patterson. He looks at slavery in multiple cultures, okay? Go check up on it. It's thick, it's a long book, but the way it's written is brilliant. Slavery and Social Death. As a Black body, you are a social non-being. That means you have no rights. And if you do, they're not respected. You see what I'm saying? They're not honored. So it's built into the system of North America. That's what I'm trying to have you understand. It's not just Starbucks. Go look at Different Shades of America by I'm gonna mess up his name. WKAMAU Bell. Camus. I'm sorry, I messed up his name, Mr. Bell. Go check him out. Okay, he has he did an interview with Don Lemon on the 16th. He says this isn't a Starbucks issue. This is an American issue. Please check it out. His wife is white, and he's talking about how because he had his wife was able to justify why he was, I think it was on September. No, it was I believe it was in 2015. He went to a Starbucks. Oh no, he went to a coffee shop, Inwood Coffee Shop, and he was talking to his wife and his daughter, and they said that he was checking them, that he was harassing them. And it turns out because his wife is a white woman, that she says, no, he's with us, that they backed down off of that. And what's even more important is they said they weren't have conversations, blah, 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 but they never followed up. My point is this: it truly is a systemic American fundamental wound. I want to read this one. Someone wrote a long one. But Lisa says, how can we have our own businesses when you can find that? I've been trying to be an entrepreneur for 10 years now, and I haven't had any success with that, but I am down for Black-owned businesses. If our own Black people has robbed us and still us, and goes, honey, so you don't do business with Black people because they're Black. You do business with Black people because they have Black excellence and they're Black, okay? I'm not saying just go, y'all please don't twist it. I'm not saying, throw it all away. I'm not saying, fuck whitey. I ain't saying that. I'm saying you are working on the wrong thing if you are not tending to your money. You need to have your own money so your word has some kind of power in a capitalistic society. I am not talking morality. I'm not talking justice. I'm talking power. The power that you can have in America has to do with your ability to have your own paper. If you are working for somebody else, if you're living off of credit cards, if you are in debt, if you, if you're waiting for a check, then you are a slave. That is what I am saying. Let me be very clear. Because of the history of slavery in North America, the actual fabric of what it means to be American is white and everybody else. Whiteness, white privilege is not questioned. It is the authority. It is the fucking standard. All right? If you are not a white man, you're fucked in America if you don't have your own fucking money. That is what I'm saying. And you need to understand that this is not a game. As long as we are social non-beings with no rights, nothing that the white people in power will respect, because they have no relationship to our lived experience. They have no relationship to empathizing, and they gives no fucks. Okay? And I ain't even mad at them about that. That is not my concern. My concern is you getting free. So I know that Black people screw up with Black people. That's called human. That's what humans do. What I'm saying to you is, if you are committed to your children's children having a different kind of life than the one that our grandmothers have been fighting for and we're still fighting for, you got to get oriented around having your own money. Is that crystal fucking clear? That is the only thing I'm saying. Because when you have your own money, then you can start investing in Black-owned businesses. Then you can actually start writing the check with a whole lot of zeros. You can start doing things in your own life if you take on becoming an entrepreneur. Until you have your own money, you are a slave. I don't know how much more plain I can make it. That is what I'm saying. So please do not take it into other directions. I have no interest in Black on Black crime. I promise you, white on white crime happens all the fucking time. We never see it because they don't cover that. Do you understand? We have plenty of white people who are doing all kinds of cray stuff, but it doesn't get on the media. So please honor the space and stay in the conversation. If you're new to me, welcome. You'll either love me or you will leave me. I'm fine with either. But I will not back down around you having your own money. If you are committed to social change, get your money right. You can then fund a politician. You can then, put money behind different kinds of initiatives when you have your own, instead of hoping they change, hoping they change their minds or start to value us. They don't, they won't. The ones that do is because that's who they are. But I'm not talking about our allies. I'm talking about our enemies. And I don't think it's a personal thing. I think it's just the nature of human being. And until you understand that your power is in your pocketbook, you will be a slave. That is all I am out to get you to hear. It is a historical wound. And the only way to combat it is to have your own money. Now, if you want to talk to me about that, I'm good. But if you want to talk about black on black crime, or that is so not even my house. And the truth is, I can't even talk about that. I can only talk about money because that's what I do. Okay? Okay, Cheryl says, agree with you because it's true. Lily says, so much yes here. Thank you, Lily. You changed me for the better. And I love you, Lily. Mercedes says, we are too divided to become united. No, we're not. You have to be, no, we're not. Maria, don't speak that word over us. Maria, don't speak that word over us. Don't prophesize division. Prophesize unity. We have more people looking at this live stream than we've had in a while. Take the case that what's missing is leadership, not unity. Yeah, there's some wounds, we can work those out. But don't prophesize. We're in this. No, don't ever say that again. Don't. If you feel divided, then go unite somebody in your neighborhood. Unite your family. How about that shit? If you want to unite, start with your home house. Start with your kids. Go apologize to them for the shit you did or didn't do. Start at home. If you want peace in the world, get peaceful. But don't prophesize a legacy over us because of the history of wounds we've had. If we're not united, it's because we're wounded. And no one's tending to the wound. Okay? Earth says, we are at economic war. Does she need a husband? No, dude, I love you for it. I have a wife. It's all good. And I said, Dr. B, your truth will set you free. Yeah, and first it'll piss you off to your face. Okay? So I'm going to stop because I think I've talked long. But I would love to hear your word, just to see what you're thinking through. All right? Please, if you were fed by this, or if you were offended, I have no care right now. Please push it out. It's a worthy engagement. I'm not saying I have the answer, but I'm telling you the truth of the matter is money is power. And it's a historical thing. It's not a personal thing. Black people, people of color, women, minorities of all ilks, if you want social change, make your own money so you can fund it. Until you can fund it, you have to ask for them or wait or hope. Let it go. Make your own paper, okay? This is Dr. Venus, your Black Woman Millionaire's mentor. Please know that I love you in my passion. I'm not an angry Black woman, but I am extraordinarily passionate about you being free. You can't get free if you don't have your own money, okay? And so if you're new to me, I love you, need you, want you. Accept me. If you're offended, please go away. And just no harm, no foul. I respect your walk, respect mine. And share this video. Push it out. Let the world deal with it, okay? And if you're at a place where you're really committed to making your paper, you have to get committed to that. That's not automatic. You got to learn that. I had to learn that shit, okay? All right, great. So know that you love beyond measure, my sweet sisters in success, and the brothers who love us, and our allies. I will read through these comments. We have almost over 300. I will not comment on each one of them, but I will read through them, and the ones that I feel like warrant engagement, I will. Know that you love. Know you can do this. Look, you're spitting distance from being free. You have to bring in your own money. You have to be an entrepreneur, okay? That's the only way this is going to work, all right? I love you. You can always fact check me. I'm not tripping, okay? Yes, I will see you on tour. Yes, I'm on tour. Someone put the tour link in there, okay, so people can find me, okay? So I love you. I keep saying that. I'm going to leave, all right? Thank you for your patience with my passion. Forgive me if I've offended you, kind of. But know that no matter how I bring it, it's in service of your highest good, okay? I'm not for everybody. You know if I'm your teacher or not, okay? And if I am, just make sure you click the button so you can hear more, all right? So when I'm not too mad. All right, everybody, know that you love. Please share this video. I'll see you on tour. Goodbye for now.